Depakote is a mood stabilizer, so that's probably amongst them so far her primary medication that's used to help with managing the highs and lows of bipolar disorder, but pretty heavy duty medication.
These are a few of my favorite
Yeah, like...
Ready.
Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Flip. I'm a composer and a vocalist, and this is my wife, Sammy Copes.
Hi everyone, my name is Sammy Copes. I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner, so I've been asked to come give my expertise in commenting on the musical. So if you don't know what that is, that's fine. You're a part of a large club of people who don't. Essentially what I do is I help with diagnosing mental health conditions, and then I help with figuring out a medication treatment plan. So I work in an outpatient setting, which means I just basically sit in an office all day and patients come see me. And I try to help them.
Yeah, so you get to give out all the medications, right?
The happy pills, yeah.
The happy pills. So this show actually is like about that. It's like your job. So when I first started watching this, I was like, I want Sammy Copes to react to this just because she knows everything that's going on, and like I'm sure that she probably even has her own diagnoses that she might even give to the characters, and that is in the 2025 sense. So a little bit more. You talked about your job. That was really cool. Did you prepare that?
No, I was on the fly. I'm not an internet girly, so be nice to me.
Yeah, you can be nice to her because she won't do this anymore. That's but so can you talk about like your credential?
So I went to Yale for the actual nurse practitioner portion of my education, and before that, I was working at a psychiatric hospital that's Boston and Harvard affiliated. So I have quite a few years working in sort of seeing some of the best care that's out there. So I try very much to model what I do based on, the great experience that I've had so far.
All right. We're going to get into it. And you like musicals, huh?
And I love musicals.
Yeah, she's a musical girly. I mean, she kind of is married to one. I'm a musical girly too. And all right, let's get into it.
This is a musical girly household.
So this is the uncensored version. Don't ask me how I got it.
Okay.
And yeah, I haven't seen this version. I've seen the normal version, the normal next to normal version, which is censored. So you're going to see me kind of perk up too when I hear some swears. All right, keep going. And she hasn't seen this at all, just to remind everybody. Okay. Make sure it's all set up. All right, cool.
What are you doing up? It's 3:30.
Is that loud enough for you?
It's the 7th night this week. I've sat till morning.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Imagining the ways you might have died.
Yep. And tonight's winner is...
In a freak September ice storm with no warning.
Because that happens.
There's a gang war. There's a bird flu. Trains collide.
What do we say about watching the news?
Now you act
So when I
all
first
sweet
heard
and
this, I
sunny.
thought it was like a
You
superhero
swore
musical.
you'd come home early and
But this is
you
just
lied.
anxiety and insomnia.
Okay, fair enough.
You gotta let go, Mom. I'm almost 18.
Are you snorting coke?
Not at the moment.
Who's up at this hour?
Father, go up the back
Why
way.
does he hate me?
Because you're a little twat.
Can't call me a twat.
Everything okay?
That wasn't in the
Just me.
recording.
talking to myself, Now you head on upstairs. I'll be up for sex in a minute.
You sure everything's okay?
Go.
Yeah, scandalous. It's a very scandalous show.
Perfect loving family, so adoring. And I love them every day of every week. So my son's a little shit.
What would you
my
say?
husband's boring.
That's a bad word.
And my daughter, though, a genius,
There's a lot of
is
swears in this.
freak. Still I help them
What do you think of the music?
Sounds great so far. That's your side of things.
No. Everyone's got an opinion.
It's 4 a.m.
Trust me, read my comments.
Everything's great. Why wouldn't it be great? It's great. I've just got 3 more chapters of calculus, a physics problem set, a history quiz, and 2 more pages on floral imagery and flowers for Algernon.
Where could she possibly get the
Everything's so under
anxiety
control.
from?
It's just calm.
Okay, honey, You need
Ooh.
to slow down and take some time for yourself.
Honestly, I will stop for a second just to say, like, when I first watched this, I didn't really, like, pick up on this, but the energy drink in the morning, like, kids love energy drinks right now. Like, I worked at a high school for 9 years. The amount of energy drinks that would walk in at 7:30 in the morning was insane. It's like probably half the kids came in with a Monster, and you're like, is there no effect on you? Like, you don't think through, like, what's that gonna do? Do energy drinks cause any, like, mental stuff?
Yeah, energy drinks are huge, not even just like teenagers. So many of my patients will be like, yeah, I drink 4 energy drinks a day and I can't sleep and I'm so hyped up and things like that. I think they're just, they're marketed everywhere, right? And so you don't always think about how much caffeine is in them. There's so many additives and things in them too. So they're really not the best for mental health. So I usually try to ask people to lay off a little bit.
Lay off. Okay, I'm looking at you.
A little bit.
Little
We're
bit.
being realistic.
Okay, yeah.
Self. I'm going to have sex with your father.
Fair.
Great. Thanks. So glad I know that. So it's times like these I wonder how I take it, and if other families live the way we do, if they love each other or if they just
Does this remind you of any other shows, like the
and
music?
if other daughters feel like I feel too, 'cause some days I think I'm dying, but I'm really only trying to get through.
Just another
Dear Evan Hansen. There he is.
stolen hour when the world will feel my power and obey. This is another day, feeling like I'll live forever.
Like this feeling
Got a good voice, huh?
Yeah, they sound great.
Just another day.
That was great, wasn't it? That was great. Christ, I'm late.
Oh, that'll teach you to take a whole 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, isn't it a beautiful day?
Beautiful day.
It's cloudy and raining and really cold for September, but beautiful.
Makes you want to dive in with both feet, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I never know what she's talking about. When it's up to you to hold your house together, a house you built with patience and
I'm gonna stop for a second. Hearing this, obviously, like, now, like, I watched One Piece twice. The first time I watched it alone. The second time, you watched it with me. And when you watch the show from start to finish the first time, it's totally different when you watch it that second time. So for me, knowing everything about this show, I'm already catching some stuff, but I can't say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, if I said it right now, I think my audience would be pretty annoyed that I spoiled stuff. But just know, all of this context makes a total world of difference when you already know. And it's funny because a lot of my comments, like, roast me for not knowing things about the show on my first time watching it. And already, like, hearing the lines, it's totally different. Like, totally different. Even seeing the characters. All right, ready?
Ready.
Oh, stop.
with care. But you're grappling with that gray and rainy weather, and you're living on a latte and a prayer.
True.
Can you keep
Latte.
the cup from tipping? Can you keep your grip from slipping in despair? For just another day, with the hustle and the hurry, you want to wipe your worry clean away. For just
In the sink. Men.
Worse.
with a smile so white and winning all the way.
'Cause what doesn't kill me to fill me up for just another day.
Ooh. Like those words?
Ooh.
You're gonna be late.
Is that Lucky
We've got a
Charms?
huge
Oh, it is.
day today.
You have no idea what I do all day.
Jazz band before school, class, key club, then football.
Not bad.
Now get out of here. It only hurts when he goes.
Morning, sunshine.
So, I got the date for my winter recital. Do you think you guys can come?
Yeah, we'll put it on the calendar.
I'm on the calendar.
Just a normal family, right?
Last year.
Yeah.
Happy Easter.
How you feeling so far? Just normal.
Pretty normal.
Yeah, pretty hard to talk about like this part of the show because it just seems like just a normal family.
Yeah.
If you had like any like first thoughts just from the first song, first meeting these characters, first initial impression so far. We're not even finished with the first song, but like, what are you thinking about?
A little dysfunctional. Sad for the kids that the parents are kind of absorbed in themselves.
What makes you say that?
Well, you know that the mom's like
Oh, okay, yeah.
kind of rolling in her anxiety, which is tough, but that rubs off on the kids, and then they're like openly making the kids feel kind of like awkward and weird, being so open about themselves.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely focused on them right now. Yeah, what an
and
observation.
It's sad. I don't know. It made me feel sad that the daughter had to be like, "Do you think you guys can make it?" Instead of like expecting.
Yeah. That's such a good. Parents. Yeah, that's such a good like. That's such a nuance. Like, I didn't catch that, actually. So that's really cool. All right, we have a totally new lens here. Like, picking up things I totally missed. All right, here we go.
Happy Easter, Mom.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hey, she's on fire this morning.
Oh, I know.
Ew.
Honey, can you do the shopping today? I'm slammed at work and we're out of everything.
I keep cave clean. You go out, get fire.
Absolutely. Again, no clue.
It only hurts when I breathe.
It only hurts when I try.
It only hurts when I think.
It only hurts when I cry. It only hurts when I work.
It only hurts when I curse. It hurts when I say it's just another day.
Losing you.
Diana, honey?
Dad?
Don't worry about it. Going ahead, you'll miss your bus.
Mom?
Everything's fine, just making sandwiches on the floor. You go on ahead, you'll miss your bus.
Go. Sweetie, everything okay?
Yeah, I wanted to get ahead on lunches. So.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you let me help you up?
Well, I guess I got a little carried away.
Maybe a little. Let's go see Dr. Fine. This is just a blip, okay?
Doctor.
It's nothing to worry about.
Wow,
I'll
doctor.
wrap up the sandwiches and then we'll go.
Okay. Early feelings.
Mental breakdown.
Mental breakdown. Yeah, and
Having a rough time.
having a rough time. I think technically the show like does diagnose them as with a certain condition. But do you feel any like onset like feelings about a possible diagnosis?
Well, first of all, I'm glad you stopped yourself and didn't say that they diagnosed them as
I'm glad you took the
That's
time to actually
important.
point out that I stopped myself.
Patient-centered language that you are not your
I used it.
diagnosis.
Okay.
You may just have a diagnosis.
Of course.
I don't know. I don't like to speculate so early. I don't
Fair.
think that's good.
Fair. But of course, you know. All right, fair enough.
No. We're gonna be.
We're gonna do this the right
appropriate.
way.
Yes,
Do this the right way.
exactly.
Okay, fair enough. We're gonna watch an appointment first.
Okay.
All right. But first, of course, the daughter. Do you remember names?
No.
All right. See if you can catch.
I
her
don't
name.
remember name in any of the shows we watched.
Mine's worse. I'm worse about it. All right. See. That's the music stuff.
Beautiful.
Mozart was crazy.
He was.
Flat fucking crazy. Batshit, I hear. But his music's not crazy. It's balanced, it's nimble. It's
Totally
just a
different
line
with the
clear.
swears.
There's There's harmony, logic, you listen to these. You don't hear his doubts or his debts or disease. You scan through the score and put fingers on keys and you play.
It almost seems like
And
freeze your brain.
everything else goes away.
You hear the Dearman Hansen there?
Goes away.
Yeah.
See?
So you play till it's perfect. You play till you ache. You play till the strings or your fingernails break. So you rock that recital and get into Yale. So you won't feel
That's
so
you.
sick. You got your full ride and you're early admit. So you're done with this school and with all of this shit. So you graduate
Language.
early. You're good as of May. And there's nothing your parents can say. And you know that it's just a sonata away. And you play. And you play.
Sorry, music.
Everything else goes away. Everything else goes away. Everything else.
Sounds good.
Me coming in when you're playing music.
Yeah, I'm like working on something, and then I just have her just go, "Hey," and I'm like, oh. Okay. I want you to give me your honest first impressions of this youngster right here, and with the context of early college. Like, think about like freshman year. Oh wait, I guess this is high school, right? This is high school. Sorry, I think I forgot about that.
Well, she's saying she's about to graduate, right?
Yeah. Going into college. So
Yeah.
late high school, and this happens.
Yeah.
And just make sure the context is late high school, because that means obviously different social interactions would happen than real life. Okay.
For 7.5 minutes.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know. I just like to listen. I'm Henry.
Natalie,
Yeah, I mean, I know.
it's a little creepy that you know.
Well, we've gone to school together for like 6 years.
Really?
I sit behind you in 4 classes.
Huh. Also creepy.
You're in here a lot. You know, before school and after.
Right? 7 minutes.
You give up way too easily.
You're kind of a confusing person.
Women.
The pink ones are taken
Cancelled.
with food, but not with the white ones.
All right, hold on. Tell me, what did you think of that guy?
He's just like shy, kind of awkward, but he shot a shot. Good for him.
He shot his shot. Good for him. Creepy though.
I don't know. In a high school context, I feel like it's not that weird.
It's not that weird in the high school context.
For like, you know, you pay attention to somebody and they have no idea who you are and things like that, but you like them, so you notice things about them.
Fair. I mean, that's such like a nice way to look at that. I looked at that as like, bro, like coming in there and be like, hey, I watch you all day. Like he messed up.
Yes. I just feel like having gone through the high school experience as a girl, it's not that surprising.
Fair enough. Okay, maybe that's what all the comments were telling me, that it's not creepy, and I just thought it was creepy.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, yeah, we'll pay more attention to that character. But
Okay.
that was the first start.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, well, who knows? I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm very good at not spoiling things.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. No, why'd you get a laugh
Pink
line?
ones are taken with food, but not with the white ones. The white ones are taken with the round yellow ones, but not with the triangle yellow ones. The triangle yellow ones are taken with the oblong green ones, with food, but not with the pink ones. If a train is leaving New York at 120 miles an hour, and another train is leaving St. Petersburg at the same time but going backwards, which train do you
Who's
get on?
crazy? The husband or wife who's crazy to live their whole life believing that somehow things aren't as bizarre as they are. Who's crazy? The one who can't cope, or maybe the one who'll still hope, the one who sees doctors, or the one who just waits in the car. And I was a wild 25, and I loved a wife so alive. But now I believe I would settle for one who can drive.
The round blue ones are taken with foo, but not with the oblong.
How's he doing
ones.
so far?
The white ones are taken with the round yellow ones, but not with the
His
trapezoid
voice
or
sounds
green
great.
ones. Break the green ones into thirds
No,
with
him.
a tiny chisel.
Oh.
and roll into a
My
Well, we don't know what all these are.
psychopharmacologist and
Psychopharmacologist.
like an odd romance,
Like a psychiatrist.
intense and very intimate. We do our dance. My psychopharmacologist and I.
It would have been easier for them to just say psychiatrist.
He knows my deepest secrets. I know his name.
I don't want any of my patients to sing this song for me. Thank you.
He'll always take my calls. It's truly like he told me. Without a little lift, the ballerina falls.
Goodman, Diana, bipolar disorder with delusional episodes. 6
thought that
year
bipolar?
history of
Yeah.
medication, adjustment after 4 weeks.
I've got less anxiety, but I have headaches and blurry vision. And I can't feel my toes.
So we'll try again, and eventually we'll get it right.
Not a very exact science, is it?
It's an art. Not an exact science.
It's an art, not an exact science. They do make a very like big point to say that a lot in the show.
I mean, it's a sad reality. It's a truth that, you know, just with where things are right now at the moment, it's hard to get things very exact. So we do the best that we can with the information that we have about the medications and the people. But I think that's something I try to be very transparent with my patients about, and acknowledging how hard and long this process can be. So it's very frustrating for everybody going through it, for sure.
Yeah. I think what makes me like immediately, the first thing I said, he's probably not good at his job. It's just how he doesn't look like he's frustrated, or he doesn't sound like it too. He's kind of just like rattling off these. I know it's like meant to be convoluted, and they're trying to paint him as being convoluted on purpose.
Yeah.
But I think part of it, like I think that at least that you do, so you tell me, is that you try to make it like an approachable subject that people can like actually talk to you about, and you're not trying to lose them in that jargon because there's so much of it.
Totally.
Yeah, like, oh, could you?
Yeah, that's always been super important to me, is that, you know, I don't go home and take the medication at the end of the day, so I'm not going to force an option onto somebody. So I try to practice, you know, as much as I can with kind of laying out the information and the options, risks versus benefits, and being transparent about the process, and letting somebody feel like they're with me on the decision-making train, you know, that I'm not pushing something, or they feel obligated because she said this and that. That's super important to me.
All right, so at the end of it, we're gonna rate. There's 2 doctors in this, but we're gonna rate. We're gonna rate both of them. Okay, that's the first one.
Lofton, Taxil, and Buspar, and Xanax, Depakote, Clonopin, Ambien, Prozac. Ativan calms me when I see the pills. These are a few of my favorite pills.
Yeah, you like that?
Doctor, Valium is my favorite color. How'd you know?
It's just the thing about jazz is, how do you ever know if you got it right? It's just making shit up.
Which is also known as the act of creation.
Oh, you're one of those pretentious stoner types.
That's totally not fair. I'm not pretentious. I'm definitely not classical. It's far too rigid and structured. There's no room for improvisation. You have to play the notes on the page.
Yeah, and what did Mozart know anyway? He should have just smoked a bowl and jammed on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah, let's do that.
Goodman, Diana, second adjustment after 8 weeks. Delusions
8
less
weeks.
frequent, but depressive state
Takes
worse.
time.
I'm nauseous, and I'm constipated. Completely lost my appetite and gained 6 pounds, which is just, you know, not fair.
May cause the following side effects: 1 or more dizziness, drowsiness, sexual dysfunction, anxiety, exhaustion, insomnia, fear, irritability, nausea, vomiting.
Odd and alarming sexual feelings.
Oh, and one last thing.
Use may be fatal. Use may be fatal. Goodman.
Sorry. So, with those, with all of those medications, what'd you feel when you heard all those names and her sporting all those meds?
It was hard to hear the lyrics.
It was hard to hear the lyrics?
Yeah.
I have subtitles.
Zoloft and Paxil are the same kind of medication. They should not be used together at the same time. Same with, actually, Prozac is also in that category. Klonopin and Xanax are the same type of medication.
What is that? What does that mean? Same type of medication?
So they're sort of like classes of medications. So all the first three that I said, they all fall into the antidepressant category, which is not necessarily always the best for bipolar disorder either. That's not 100%, as a never.
It's an art.
But
it's an art.
It's an art. It's very person dependent. So those are all antidepressants. The Klonopin, the Xanax, those are kind of really strong, with a lot of risk, anti-anxiety medications. They work very well, though. Depakote is a mood stabilizer, so that's probably amongst them so far her primary medication that's used to help with managing the highs and lows of bipolar disorder, but pretty heavy-duty medication. And then Ambien's used for sleep. Also fairly heavy-duty medication and risky in combination with some of these other things.
Ativan calms me when I
Ativan goes in the Klonopin Xanax category.
a few of my favorite pills.
And quiz for you.
Yes.
What musical is that referencing? Come on, you got this. These are a few of my favorite
things.
Yeah, from
Yeah. One Piece.
not One Piece. A deer feed. Do you remember what
The
that?
Sound of Music.
The Sound of Music. Yeah. Yeah. And then
Thank you, doctor. Valium is my...
Valium, Klonopin, Xanax, Ativan, all the same.
all the same. Yeah. For her to have at least even know about all those is like, I mean, she literally has them. It's hard to tell what's real and not.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't know like what the actual combination is, but it's also unfortunately not necessarily unusual that she's just been through all of these medications
that's
at
true.
some point in time in the past.
Yeah. And just to remind
with
you,
the trial and error.
this is like set in like 2000.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. So would you ever, for a lot of these, like how over the course of a year, how many of these would you feel comfortable prescribing at the same time?
At the exact same time?
Over the course of a year.
It's not necessarily unlikely that somebody could go through a good chunk of those over the course of the year in like trial and error.
But like, how much dosage?
Many of them shouldn't be at the exact same time. As low an effective dose as possible.
Okay, yeah. Just want to make that clear because those bottles don't seem empty,
Well, that's not necessarily here or there.
Really?
It depends on
Like how much is in the actual pill itself?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Like it would be like.
Or that could be like a 90-day supply.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's that. So set in the 2000s, like obviously that means a lot different.
That is definitely good to know. I think psychiatry is one of those fields that, everyone probably knows the stigma has been there for a very, very long time, particularly for women. I think that's very worth throwing out there, like history of just saying that like women were in hysteria and things like that, and just kind of throwing medication at people to try to just put a band-aid on things, at least shut them up, basically. And I think comparing, to the early 2000s, I think we've made strides, not enough strides, but we're definitely doing at least better than back then in trying to also think about, safer combinations of medications and things, and more effective combinations as well. I think there's been a big de-prescribing movement actually within the last like several years in psychiatry too, which is a part of why I say like it's so important to always be thinking about the lowest effective dose that you need for somebody, like versus just constantly pushing the dose or pushing something else on top of something else on top of something else, and that's how we get in trouble. So
yeah,
things are changing.
Things
Slowly.
are.
Slowly.
We're gonna finish this song.
Okay.
And gained 6 pounds.
Normal?
Just
Yes, unfortunately, a lot of medications, especially for bipolar disorder, affect metabolism. And obviously the various other side effects too are all possible unfortunate realities. So that's what I mean when I say like risk versus benefit, you know, and being transparent about what are a good chunk of the side effects, you know, the sort of most common side effects or some of the really serious significant ones that people might see, and you make the decision like, is that a risk that you want to take? And then it even comes down to, you know, the unfortunateness at the end of it is that sometimes that's the medication that works really well for somebody, and there's also side effects. And then it comes to that point too of like, is it worth it that it does something for you that, you know, you'll tolerate what the side effects are, but it's an unfortunate reality.
Was classically trained.
Beethoven did cocaine.
Miles Davis went to Juilliard.
Mozart wrote poems about farts.
fortunately, I have absolutely no desire for sex. Though, whether that's the medicine or the marriage is anybody's guess.
I'm sure it's the medicine.
Oh. Thank you. That's very sweet. But my husband is waiting in the car.
Who's crazy? The one who's half gone, or maybe the one who holds on, remembering when she was 20 and brilliant and bold.
I want to comment on that because that's a hard thing with some of the serious mental illnesses out there, like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. You know, severity of bipolar disorder can put it in the severe mental illness category. Is that a lot of these don't kind of crop up until early or mid-ish 20s for people. So they're totally fine, you know, throughout childhood and adolescence. They go through high school just fine. You know, kind of like he's commenting on in periods of mania and bipolar, people can be super brilliant and creative and things like that. And so they're high achieving and they do great. And then things hit and it's like a horrible adjustment for people to sort of lose a lot of what they had gotten used to and what they thought, to kind of allude to the title maybe, what they thought their normal was going to be, and it, you know, kind of really changes. I think you might be onto something there. There's Sammy Copes here. Hold on, before we continue, we are gonna wrap up this episode here. It's over? Only this one episode, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, you like it? Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah, are you getting excited about like what's gonna happen? Yeah, my brain getting a little meaty. Yeah, flowing. Yeah. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you think this is gonna make it to the YouTube? Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair. If everyone's nice. If everyone's nice, hands up. Put your hands up. Okay. So we will see you in the next video. And if you've enjoyed this, I know this is like a deeper look at sort of the field of mental health versus like a composer's view of the music. So if you're interested in this sort of thing, we'll see you in the next video. If not, thanks for watching and making it all the way to the end. And we will catch you on the flip side. There you go. Bye. Bye. And a huge thank you to all of my patrons. All of you make this possible. I appreciate all the support.
The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy T, Flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the right. That's a flip, man. The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy T, Flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the right.